Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Now the Honda Grom is going in for an MOT this Saturday and it is currently Wednesday and I have ran into a big problem. One that I'm kind of more annoyed that I maybe didn't find a bit earlier on, but you know, we've found it now. So I just was going for a few pre-MOT checks, just, you know, checking all the obvious things on the bike to make sure it's going to pass the MOT. And for some reason I thought, one thing I've not done is pulled off the sprocket cover, checked behind, because you can get a lot of mud and grime and build up in there. I wanted to just clean it out, maybe give it a little bit of spray with the wax, and, you know, cover it back up. Let me show you. So as I was undoing the two bolts for the sprocket cover, the top one was pretty tight and went loose instantly, and the bottom one just was tight the whole way coming out. So once I pulled it off, yeah, there's a piece missing from the crankcase. And the bottom one has just been completely stripped. So to actually fix this properly, we have to pull the crankcase apart and change it. This Honda Grom is full of surprises. I really thought we'd found all the bad bits, fixed them, and I honestly thought it was going off for a nice easy MOT where I just enjoy the bike for a few months and then take the loss and sell it to someone that's maybe just recently passed their CBT, help get them into biking. But I honestly don't think I can take anyone's hard-earned money for this bike because it's a dog. It really sort of is. And yes, I could, you know, pull the engine apart, change that side of the crankcase, but it's just more money. I've already spent so much money on this. There's a point where you kind of got to look at it as a loss and just think, you know, keep it there. So I'm ashamed to show you this on camera, but to get it through the MOT for now, we are going to use some JB weld where we can just put this putty in, let it set, and then drill and tap it and just get the cover in for now. I'm not really too sure what to do with the bike. Do I just sell it really cheaply to someone, or do we maybe... I don't think we can turn this into an off-road bike. I don't think it's got the ground clearance for it. Maybe we could try get a 300cc engine and try stick it up underneath perhaps or something like that. So maybe in the comments, let me know what you'd like to see me do with this bike because, yeah, I feel bad selling it to anyone. Maybe I'd have to do some form of giveaway for it. But it's a lesson to be learned. Do not buy bikes from an auction that you've not seen. Now, I wish I told myself this a couple days ago because I have brought one more bike out of the auctions and I swear it will be my last one because it's a lot worse than this. It's a better bike, 100%, but it's got a lot more damage. But anyway, let's get this crankcase fixed for now and get it for its MOT. So we can just work the putty in, mix it all in, and I've honestly actually only ever used this product once, and I think it was when I was on site and I pulled a bung out of an axle and it had stripped the threads, and I was like, oh, well, what do I do? Because I need to get some oil back in the axle. So I think I did put some of this around the bung and hammered it back in. And to be fair, it's probably still going around to this day, just with a completely welded up bung in there. So if you've ever come across that, I do apologise. So now we're just working this epoxy putty, mixing it all together before we whack it onto the crankcase. So I'll just quickly clean that area. So could probably benefit with having a really nice clean surface. Let's start off with a small amount and push it in. Well, I suppose time will now tell. We're going to leave that about an hour for that all to settle.
A few moments later.
So it is now the following evening and the epoxy resin is rock hard. It is definitely set. So we are now ready to drill and tap this to hopefully get our bolt to be nice and secure in there. Now the bottom one, I'm hoping, because it was fairly tight, I'm hoping I might be able to just re-thread that. So we have our tap and die set right here, and the bolt in question is probably an M6 by probably a 1 thread. So let's have a look. M6 by 1, yeah. So you probably won't be able to see this on the camera, but the threads match up, and that is an M6 bolt. So we should hopefully... Oh, look at this. This is working out to be an absolute treat. So in fact, I'm not actually going to have to remove the rear set, as long as we can keep it straight. Oh, look at that, which we can. I might just put a bit of lubrication in there. This will do. There's just enough room for this to stay straight. Not a lot, but just enough. Oh, ejectocito, cuz. We might have got extremely lucky with this bottom one because it does feel like it's cutting quite nicely. But the question is, was there much left for it to cut? Right, I'm going to come now all the way back out, as I think that might be good enough. Good news is there's no play in it. It's coming out nice and straight, which is what we like to see. Now, looking in the hole, it looks rather good. The question is, oh, look at that! Sorry, you probably only just see my big fat fingers on the camera. Yeah, you can. Well, there we go. We have saved that thread. It's now time to tap and drill that top one. So we're now ready to drill and tap our epoxy resin. Now, normally if I was to drill a new hole, I'd probably have a little center punch, so you could kind of mark out where you need to do, center punch it, and it's easier to drill. Now, I don't really want to go punching this just because of, I don't know if that's going to kind of break it. I'm not really too sure. So I think the best way to line it up is, let's put our cover in. Perfect. And then now for the top one, I am literally just going to send a drill bit straight through it. Now for a 6mm tap, we need a 5mm drill bit. If I just do it the old-fashioned way and pray that God is on my side. The torch is no help whatsoever. So let's hold it about there. And let's just let it rip. Right, so we've started anyway. That went in fast and quick. Right. About there. Yeah, perfect. Right, let's send the tap in. Let's hope our tap's getting pulled in nicely. Right, I might just pull that out now just to double check. Yeah, it's coming out nicely. Okay. I might now grab a bolt and let's just eye it up. Look, it's actually working. Tight. Oh, look at that, and the cover's tight. God. Don't you love it when an absolute cowboy bodge comes together? And I definitely do not want to over try my luck here with them. So there we go, guys. The epoxy putty to the rescue and has saved the day. Hopefully now we take this bike for an MOT in a couple of days and it should hopefully pass, and then we'll work out what we're going to do with the bike. Like I said, let me know in the comments what you guys think I should do with it. And that's pretty much the video there. We've done all the basic checks now and it should hopefully pass. So guys, thanks for watching. If you're new here, hit the subscribe button and the bell notification. It's all free, it don't cost you nothing, and it'll bring you back for all the future content when we take this for the MOT. Thanks for watching.